What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. I can't be loud this rant. Because as you can see, it is 1 in the morning. So, but recently, and when I mean recently, I mean like a couple minutes ago, I just watched a video talking about creativity and trying. It was by Joe Butterlozzi and by someone named Nathan Z. I'll link both channels back in this down in the description, but it made me think about who is trying anymore, especially in today's day and age where everything is so easy. AI is at our disposal. It's just like, why do we try, you know? And it sucks. It really sucks because it goes for everything: artists, music, paintings, drawings, relationship. And it sucks because everything was so much better back in the day. Like, music was better. Music is good now, don't get me wrong. We have people like Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and people like them. But is it enough to fight off what is so much? Just the bland copy and paste, like, of Drake. And I don't know who else, really. I don't really listen to people like that. I don't listen to people who just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I listen to people who switch it up a lot. That's why I like small artists like Rose Boy. I really like Suburban, Ethan Bortnick. I really like Jack Stauber and people like them, like Worthy Kids, Midwest. I love them, and not many of you may know them, and they have such a unique style that I haven't heard of in a long time, especially out in the open, where you find your music, on TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that. They don't really post their music on there. It's just, you have to know your stuff. And it's really upsetting that you really have to be tapped in to know these artists that are so good. Don't get me wrong, the artists we know now, they are one of the greatest. Like Kendrick Lamar, my favorite song of all time is The Heart Part 5. Now, for many of you, it may be by Yeet, might be by NBA YoungBoy, might be 21 Savage, and that's fine. I'm not the one to say what is the best and what is not. I just have an opinion, and my opinion may differ from yours, but that's just totally fine, because that's just being human, to have opinions, to be creative in our own ways. But it's like no one can have an opinion anymore, and it's like we all just have to be the same. Like, we all are supposed to like one thing no matter what. And sometimes we try to be too different, try to hate too much, like, some of the hate is not deserved, but some is. But sometimes we just hop on the bandwagon, like sports. A lot of people just hop on and just hate a team when they have never really cheered for a team in the first place, which is so weird, because sure, you can do that, but it's a little bit of like code switching, a little bit, like Berlizzi says, a little lizard like, but who am I to say? I am not the best, I am not the most creative. I am just someone who likes to make art. As I have said once in one of my channels, Real Wrek, right? Yep, I'm pretty sure. Title card, or not title card, but like info card. over there. But yeah, I talked about the art that I make. I haven't talked about all of it, but I did show some. I know they are not the best, but I try. And that's my topic, trying. Is it even appreciated now? You know? Like, trying is it's like a love-hate thing. But I think I understand it where it's like if you try for someone or for like a community too much, it's a little weird. But if you don't try enough, you're ungrateful. And you're like, oh, so weird. So I'm trying to understand the middle ground, the balance. How do you try enough to not be seen as ungrateful, but not too much to the point you just seem like you're trying to be a people pleaser? And it's really, really difficult because artists and like people as such, they have a hint of narcissism. You know, almost every content creator and every artist, everyone, they have a hint of narcissism. No matter how much we try to act humble, no matter how much we try to say that we aren't, there's always a little bit. And it's disappointing, but it makes sense because in the art you push and that you really try on, you're afraid of being judged through the art. If someone doesn't like your art, it's like they don't like you. And many people get defensive because of that. And many people lose themselves in their art. And they just lose the plot of their art. Or maybe just some people don't care at all and just put others down. For example, I remember lyrics from one of the artists that I mentioned, Suburban, that critics mistake criticism with jealousy. And it's really interesting because it's true. Many people hate on a lot of things, but they do not have the expertise to even speak on such matters. For example, a couple of days ago, I was looking and revisiting FNAF in real time, the game that many people really liked and many that people don't like. I saw this one channel. I'm not gonna out them because what I'm gonna be saying is really not in the nicest way, but it's something I believe. And yes, this all makes sense. It's all gonna connect. But that game was made, and so much thought was put into it. It was literally the concept of FNAF 1, but it's made into the way that you can see them move in real time. But some people just think that made it worse. For an example, I think I remember it was the mystery that of the teleportation that made it scarier, which it didn't. It never made it scary because of they could teleport. No, it was the jump scares. It was the constant pressure. It was never, oh, you can't see the move. Like, no, they can't just go from backstage all the way to the kitchen or backstage all the way to your door. They have a path to follow. And then it's like they complain about the music, about the original dynamics and everything about this, and it's just like, why? And this person had so much hate that I was confused on how much someone could hate on a game that wasn't even that controversial to begin with. I mean, I'm pretty sure people who didn't like the game didn't hate it as much as this person did. But it seemed like they had a personal vendetta. And I'm not hating on them because I know I am not one to talk. But it's also confusing on why do you have so much hate? They were talking about how this was like the worst game and like it was like the death of FNAF or whatever. And it's just like, dude, someone made this because they liked FNAF and they had a concept. And yet you're going out here like it's made by some company just being greedy and everything when it's not even that. And it's like, why are we hating on people trying to do something different? And this is the thing. People are afraid of trying things different, like the game. Like, why are you so... There's so much hate or something so different, and it's just like, why? You're afraid to try new things. I literally look through the channel's like videos, and it's just like constant hate. I don't know on which games specifically, but it was just some games that I think I knew, and I was like, I didn't hate them. So it was just like, why? Why? And there's stuff like Angel Engine, which we reacted to in this channel. Info card over there again. And it's like, it was such a good concept. And I liked it. And I said I liked it. But it was the art that I have a problem with. Why are you using AI? Why? Just hire people. You have millions of views, and you are not hiring a single person even now. I don't even think they are. I think they're still using AI. Dude, lock in and support people. Support your kind. Support man, women, anything, anyone. Creativity is so low, and the way you have creativity, and yet you're not using other people's talents that are yet to be explored. You're just letting that go. And sure, I'm not gonna lie, I do use AI, but not every day. I do not use AI every day. Like for example, on my thumbnails, I use AI to edit out the background on some images, but every thumbnail, I make them. I don't type in a prompt, I don't do anything. I swear on my life, I never done any of that in any of my videos. I would rather lose many more things than to lose my authenticity, because that is all I have left. And I'm being so real, because I have told many people that your authenticity is all you have. You can sell out many things, but your authenticity is something you should guard with your life. Because if you don't have authenticity, you don't have yourself, really. You're just a shell that could be vandalized, and so many things can just fill that empty shell, and you lose yourself. Losing yourself is worse than being broke. And I know that because I've been broke. I've lived in like trailer parks. I understand how being broke works, and I'm here now, and I'm so grateful, and God bless blessed me with all of this, and I'm so grateful every day. And now it just seems like many things that I've done is for nothing. Because everything that I've done can be easily replaced. My authenticity, my channel, any of my words. It just seems like there is no hope in creativity. But even with no hope, there's always something to look forward to. Whether it is not humankind, it should be individuals, family, friends, stranger. We can lose hope in humanity, but we should never lose hope in those we love. Because at the end of the day, when the lights go out, when you're in bed, alone, maybe, who will be there but yourself? Who will hear you ask for help in your own bed? But yeah, that was just my rant. I don't know how I could rant for 16 minutes. I hope you enjoyed.